Joining us today for Primetime Local News is Shelly Yacy and Laura Witch with Home Hardware. We are speaking on a new, colorful, and creative way that Home Hardware has found to help support Ukraine. So thank you both so much for joining us today.
Hi, thank you.
Now, starting off, of course, can you both tell us about this new Home Hardware's initiative to help support Ukraine efforts?
So we have purchased a giant Ukrainian Easter egg. It is on display now in our store, and it started out as an art exhibit in a couple malls in Calgary and Edmonton. That was on display, and they were being painted there through April and May. The eggs were then auctioned off and donations were collected. They were donated to the Ukrainian Canadian Social Services Fund, and they offer services to both Canadians and Ukrainians overseas. And they played a huge role in the efforts currently underway to bring relief to both the refugees and people coming to Canada. And over $100,000 was raised through these eggs and donations made there. And that's going to the people who really need it most and funding some great programs right now.
Okay, and from seeing this in Calgary and in Kingsway and Edmonton there, is this what really inspired this idea to be able to put up this egg on display for residents to come and see?
It was just a really beautiful egg. The owners were really taken with it, and Shelly can speak a little bit more to the significance of the eggs.
Ukrainian Easter egg, or this egg that we have here, is called a pisanka. It is a decorated traditionally with using a beeswax wax-resistant method. The word comes from pisati, which means to write. So designs generally are not painted on an egg. They are written with a beeswax method using a tool called a kista. This egg is a 40 triangle egg, which represents the 40 days of Lent, the 40 martyrs, and the 40 birds. And all the triangles together represent the Holy Spirit. Ukrainians are very traditional, and everything that they do has a meaning. White on the egg is representing purity, light, and birth. Yellow represents the sun, the stars, the moon, warmth, youth, and harvest, which is the wheat. The red is happiness, hope, and the passion. Blue is the sky, air, and good health. And black is the darkest time before dawn, and usually is a respect for the dead. There's many different symbols that can be used on pisanka as well. There's wheat, which is a very popular symbol, means good harvest. Animals, deer, horses, rams mean wealth and prosperity. Fish represents Jesus. Lines going around the whole egg is eternity. There's so many reasons, and every egg is full of symbolism within. Traditionally, they're written on raw chicken eggs that don't have the interior drained. Lately, a lot of people have been writing them after they drain the eggs, and they've figured out how to do that. There's been so much advance to writing a Ukrainian Easter egg over the years compared to what they did when I first started learning just a couple years ago when I was about 10. So generally, eggs are written during the Lenten season to prepare for Easter. It brings cleansing to the soul, body, and your whole mind.
Well, the egg sounds very beautiful. Hopefully everybody will come down and be able to come see this. And when will the egg be going on display for people to come and see?
So the egg is on display now. We have been accepting donations at the tills, and we continue to do so. So anyone can come in and make a donation through our tills, and that goes to the Ukrainian relief efforts as well.
Perfect. And is there a certain time limit that this egg will be up on display, or is there sort of a deadline for people to come and check it out, or can they come anytime?
The donations are ongoing right now. We've been doing it for a couple months already. And the egg is ours. It stays with the store. So it is on display now. People can come down and check it out. And we look forward to lots of great events with it.
Mm-hmm.
And with accepting donations for a few months now, have you been seeing that strong support from residents here in the border city?
The egg just went up yesterday, actually. So we have been collecting donations, and Lloydminster is a great town for that. There's so much community support, and it's amazing to have people donating through the tills, and all that money is going to relief efforts for the Ukraine. I know there's a huge Ukrainian population here in town, so the support's been amazing, and we're so pleased to have this egg on display as a way to give back to the community as well.
Oh, that's not really shocking to hear. Residents here really know how to come together and help support when the time is needed. So that's great to hear for you guys. Is there anything more you want to add on what's happening with Home Hardware that's coming up?
We actually have Jesse Moffat coming this Saturday. So he is going to be performing from 11 until 2. So it would be a great weekend to come check out the egg, hear some local music, support the relief efforts through the tills, and our garden center continues to be open and packed full.
Well, I think this is a beautiful idea to be able to put this egg up on display, and hopefully people will watch this and come down and be able to help support and check it out. So I'm really glad I was able to get you both on here and help describe about this egg and the symbolism and everything with it. So once again, thank you both so much for joining us today.
Absolutely. Thank you.